DC here. Hi guys and gals. Well, I hope you're all well. It is Sunday. It's Whit Sunday or Pentecost, depending on how you tend to say it. And I've just come back from church, and it was good. And now it's just time to get ready slowly to eat. But Mrs. DC is still working, so I thought I'd make a little vlog because she's not home yet. And I thought, well, I'll put on my Guinness hat and have a Guinness. Oh, well, you know, I saw something this week. Some of you might have seen it on Facebook that made me smile. It was a picture of a pint of Guinness, and said that there were less calories in a pint of Guinness than in a pint of orange juice. Well, I looked it up, and it's true. It's just about the same, though. I mean, it's like... I think it's like 11 or 12 calories, maybe less than 20 calories difference. And the thing that made me smile, though, is that how many people do you know that actually drink a pint of orange juice? So, you know, the whole thing is kind of like goes into, I don't know, I was going to say into insignificance in a way, because nobody really does that very much, do they? But people will take several pints of Guinness in an evening, so you know it all falls to nothing in a way. Oh, what was I going to chat about today? Well, I was going to go out today, probably do some geocaching, maybe today and tomorrow, and I should have gone yesterday, but I just had too many things to do around the house. But now it started raining, and it's going to rain all day. It's supposed to rain all day tomorrow, but I mean with heavy rain showers. It was just a little bit every now and then, you know, it wouldn't make a much of a difference, but heavy rain showers, and I don't have the car, so which means I kind of have to go geocaching in town, and geocaching in town is not really that much fun when it's raining, so I won't. Yeah, I saw an article the other day that was quite amusing. It was a study that showed that women need more heat. Let me finish. need actually to have more heat in a room to so it was looking at an office perspective, that if the room was heated higher, so the woman would be more productive. They showed actually for whatever things they did, like different little productivity tests and things like that. But where they showed that, you know, the women like to work with a few extra degrees in the room more than the men. There was this story that said, you know, a woman always needs a sweater or something in the office because she's always cold. So I don't know if that's actually true. But, you know, it's funny. When I was looking, I read that, and I started thinking about, there's a lot of women on the floor where I am, and they all have scarves or things. Maybe not in the summer, but very much. And it's not just decorative. They, you know, you hear them say, well, it's cold or what. And one thing that the article didn't touch, but there is something to that, is that a lot of the women that I know tend to do diets and things like that. And, you know, when they're in, when they're not at their optimal weight, very often when you are in that type of situation, you tend to be cold. So that could be something to it. But anyway, it was kind of interesting. What it did show, though, is that there was no difference in their cognitive performances. So they weren't like less smart, you know, if that's what I guess that would mean. They did show, though, something was amusing. They showed the test that they gave to the people. And it was... you've maybe seen it on Facebook, actually, or different places. It's, let me see now. If a baseball bat and the ball together cost $1.10, be it, we'll call it $1 in this case, $1.10, and the bat costs the difference between the cost of the price of the bat and the ball is $1. What is the price to sell the ball? And so, generally speaking, what they were saying is that the men and the women in this case were the same, but they also were the same in the sense that they both made pretty much the same mistakes, or did not make the same mistakes. Now the answer to that, very often people answer the ball cost 10 cents, because they think, oh well, you know, it's like 10, $1 minus 10, and so on, and they come out with 10. But actually, if you do algebra and stuff, you know, it's actually an equation thing. Like it's like x plus y equals 110, and x minus y equals $1, you know, something like that. But if you work it out together, actually the ball costs 5 cents, because 105 plus 5 makes 110, 105 minus 5 makes $1, and that is the actual answer. But most people quickly will just say, well, it's 10 cents, and it's just because supposedly the brain tends to kind of like gloss over certain things to make a quick answer. Anyway, that had nothing to do actually with the temperature of the room, but you know, that's one of those logic things. Anyway, so you know, just chatting about it. You can see Sunday I'm waiting for Mrs. DC to come. Actually, before long, I'm just going to go and get things ready because I'm making lunch. And yesterday we had a barbecue together. We had some black Angus beef, but burgers, I mean, and it was really, really good. The only problem is that they were really good, and I ate 2, and I should have just eaten 1, because I felt it all of a sudden in the middle of the night that I had probably problems digesting all that beef, I guess. Anyway, but it was really, really nice. Yeah. So it's one of these vlogs, you know, where I'm just kind of like going here and there, talking about, you know, no particular topic. It's kind of like I want to get onto the camera and talk. That is one of the things that seems to be, I don't know, with many people, slowly a dying art. There's less and less vloggers of the type that we used to be, at least at the time, where people would just kind of chat about things, chat about their life, chat about things. There's a few of us still around, but let me see, it's been over 10 years now. What is it? I saw the other day, I think it was in 2006, that I opened my YouTube channel. I only made videos later on, but I mean, that's like 13 years ago, you know, that I've been hanging around YouTube and making vlogs for you know, the largest part of that time. And the world has changed. The world as such has changed, but also, I mean, the climate has changed a lot less people vlogging. And one thing for sure is that there was always, you know, people that were, I was going to say, mean at the time or so on. You had the haters and so on. But now you've got just, people are just overall on social media have become horribly impolite. And it's got nothing to do with the which political side you're on or what. I mean, it's, people are horrible on both sides. I would tend to say more on one than the other, but that would then, you know, show my own political bias. But overall, you know, you tend to notice it. And people have moved from one platform to another. People have gone from from YouTube over to Facebook. But Facebook at one point got really, really bad. I mean, some people that have moved on to Twitter or to Instagram. But what I see is that actually the same people are moving on, but they're also bringing their, you know, their bad speech, or put it that way, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, you know, I was going to say other words, but I won't. Over to, you know, the other platforms where they are. So I guess it's just as well. Yeah. So the world's kind of like changing, and at the same time it isn't. You know, there's a lot of bad feelings in people's interior, and you know, the fact of being on these social medias as we are, people just tend to throw it out there where they would never do it on a public platform as they use, you know, it was in the old days. Yeah. So let me see. I've come from talking about that I went to church to talking about people being bad inside. Geez, guess we all need we all need to change, don't we? Oh goodness. I try not to make this too much into a into a preachy vlog, although it could turn into one. But when I see that top 10 minutes, it's going to be DC signing off. Take care, everybody, and I hope that you have a great Sunday and what's left of the weekend. Bye-bye.